Hello, PT aspirants. Welcome to another episode of PTE Mastery, brought to you by Coaching Square, the place where your PTE journey gets a major glow up. I'm your host, Rima Padaria, here to sprinkle some wisdom, bust a few myths, and throw in a couple of laughs, because we all know that writing essays can sometimes feel like being trapped in an escape room without the clues. Well, let me start with a joke. Why did the comma break up with the semicolon? Because it felt like it was being overused and underappreciated. Oh, grammar humor. I promise I'm better at explaining PT writing than at stand-up comedy. So let's dive in. The first myth, PT writing is all about vocabulary. Well, vocabulary is important, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Here's the deal, folks. PT assesses clarity, coherence, and your ability to organize ideas. If you think using bombastic words like anti-disestablishmentarianism will fetch you a perfect score, you're barking up the wrong tree, dear. The algorithm behind PT scoring loves words, but it loves appropriate words more. So unless you're writing about dismantling a church system, which, by the way, is probably never the essay topic, you're better off sticking to relevant, precise vocabulary. The second myth is using complex sentences always impresses the algorithm. Well, the fact is, complex sentences are a double-edged sword. I once saw a sentence in a student's essay that went like this. Although the socio-economic paradigms of contemporary society have shifted significantly, and despite numerous studies corroborating this shift, individuals remain entrenched in antiquated ideologies due to myriad factors. By the time I reached the end, I needed a water break. So the takeaway is, the algorithm isn't a fan of mental gymnastics. Aim for sentences that are complex yet digestible, like a well-cooked meal, not an over-seasoned disaster. Myth 3. Grammar doesn't matter if the content is strong. Well, the fact is, grammar is your bread and butter. Let's break this down. PT doesn't tolerate grammatical errors. If your essay reads like, people is always care about environment because it is one of the most important issue, you might as well kiss your dream score goodbye. Think of grammar as the outfit your essay wears to the PT party. You wouldn't show up in mismatched socks and a Hawaiian shirt, would you? The fourth myth is copy-paste templates guarantee a perfect score. While the fact is, templates can help, but they are not magic spells. Templates are like training wheels. They guide you, but you still need to pedal. Using a generic template without adding relevant topic-specific information is like showing up to a potluck with just a fork. Don't be that person. Instead, tweak templates to suit the topic and show off your flair. Remember, even the algorithm knows the difference between personalization and Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. Now let's talk about tips to improve your writing. The first one is master summarizing. The summarize written text task is a game changer. Here, brevity is your best friend. Practice reducing a 300-word passage to a single sentence without losing its essence. Imagine summarizing your favorite Netflix series in one line. It's about dragons, politics, and way too many weddings gone wrong. The second one is structure like a pro. Essays need a solid structure, an introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Think of it as a burger. The bun is the introduction and conclusion, soft but holds everything together. The meat or veggie patty, no judgment, is the body, packed with substance. If your essay is all bun and no meat, you're serving up disappointment. The third tip is practice under time constraints. The PT exam doesn't give you the luxury of sipping chai while brainstorming. Time management is crucial. Write essays in under 20 minutes during practice sessions. Think of it as a speed dating, first impressions matter and there's no time for overthinking. And the one fun fact, why the algorithm hates spelling errors? That is because PT's algorithm is like that grammar-obsessed aunt who notices every misplaced apostrophe. A single spelling error can dent your score, even if the rest of your essay reads like a Shakespearean sonnet. So, the pro tip over here is before you submit, run a mental spell check like your life depends on it or just your PT score. So, to all my PT aspirants out there, write like you mean it, avoid falling for myths, practice smarter, not harder. And remember, PT is not testing if you can write like J.K. Rowling, it's testing if you can communicate effectively and with clarity. I'll leave you with this final joke. Why was the essay scared of word count? Because it always felt under pressure. That's all for today, folks. If you found this episode helpful, share it with your fellow PT aspirants. And if you didn't, well, blame my jokes, not my tips. Until next time, this is Rima Padria signing off. Happy writing.